So, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the final topic of the day. Going back to some classics, going back to the 90s. Looks like we're going to be getting a reboot. And I got to know, are you excited about it? Are you bummed about it? You know, we've been having some pretty good reboots lately with Bel Air, you know, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And I was like, we got to leave that alone, but it ended up being pretty darn good. So for the last topic of the day, I'm coming to Miss Tara with Reviewz TV.
Coming first.
Cause I don't know what's coming to you first.
You already know.
I gotta spread it around.
No, get me my men up here.
All right. You want me to come in second?
Too hype. This is for the culture. Leave it alone.
Oh man, she's ready.
Leave play alone.
Leave him alone. Yes.
Like,
so
absolutely not. I'm really disappointed. I don't care who's the cast. I don't care who's directing.
Hold on.
She's ready. She is ready.
And she don't even want to go first. And she's busting up routines. So which one is it? But final topic of the day, number 8, coming from BET.com. House Party. See the first images of the reboot starring Jacob Latimore. I mean, they got Jacob Latimore. The film is being produced by LeBron James. So there you go. A remake of the 1990 film House Party hits HBO Max on July 22nd, and the first images from the movie have dropped. Produced by LeBron James and Maverick Carter through the company Spring Hill, the film stars Tyson Cole, Jacob Latimore, Karen Bilam, and DC Youngfly. Cal Maddock, who I don't know who is, directs with a screenplay by Jamal Olori and Stephen Glover. Here is the first image right here. I don't know if this is supposed to be kid or play, but he looks confused and she looks happy. And
that's probably the way it is in real life.
You know what I'm saying? And we got this one right here. This looks like a little epic house party. Is this a house? Is this a mansion or a club? But they suited and booted and they looking good. And she checking out his buns, it looks like. I don't know. But hands up in the air. The Warner Brothers reboot is based on the 1990 classic which starred Kid and Play rappers Kristen McKidd Reed and Chris Play Martin as two high school friends trying to pull off the ultimate house party. Cal Maddock recently told BET.com about the upcoming film. The goal behind this house party is to make it a whole new film for a whole new generation. I think people are going to be extremely surprised by the film. Tara, how are you feeling about this, ma'am? Are you excited?
No.
Okay. Well, let them know. Oh, she's upset.
I was already mad with LeBron came touching all on Space Jam and whatnot. Like, you gonna go and mess with House Party? This is like beyond classic. This is like a part of Black culture. When you think of a house party in general, you think of the movie. If somebody mentions a house party, you start doing the Kid and Play dance. Leave it alone. I'm really disappointed in this reboot. I don't even give a damn if it's a good film. Leave it alone. If you want to make your own entity and do some new stuff and for a whole new generation, you could have done that without the House Party name. You're using that because you know that's going to pull people in because people are familiar with House Party. You can do that. You could have named this shit Frat Party or some shit. I don't know. Something else. Just leave it alone. We already have enough. It's like 7 House Party films already. They've already tainted it with the later releases that were trash. But those, you're just going to take. Like what else? I'm trying to figure out how they're going to revamp it to make it new, to make it original. What exactly are you going to do? What Play is going to be light skinned and Kid's going to be dark? That's it. What's going to happen?
Man,
I'm upset.
Okay,
leave it alone.
Okay, leave it alone. We got Tara's a no over here. She's a red.
Hell
She's
no.
X.
Hell no.
Right. Elliot, hell no. Okay, Elliot, how you feeling about this, man? You excited? You bummed out? You feeling the pictures? You know, what you thinking about this reboot in the first images?
I mean, she said it perfectly, man. LeBron James, he's one of the greatest athletes ever. But when it comes to what she mentioned, Space Jam, I mean, come on. I mean, that tells us enough of how these properties are being handled. And when I looked up the director. Now he is mostly known for like music videos, which is nothing wrong with that. You got to start somewhere, but I would have liked to have maybe gotten someone that's a little bit more of a veteran, has a little bit more experience on, maybe comedies and rom-coms, has a little bit more, filmography behind them. The only thing I'm just trying to find some light in this darkness. Is Steve? You mentioned Steven Glover. Now we talk about Atlanta. He is one of the writers of Atlanta. Has a very strong voice in the writing room, and I consider Atlanta one of the best shows on TV. Doesn't always translates to film, but he is a good writer. He does have a good sensibility on comedy beats, satire comedy, and they might add some more than comedy. They might have something to say with this new House Party film. Who knows? But outside of that, man, it's really not getting me excited at all. I probably won't even watch it if I'm being honest, just because I think it's going to be one of those. Just like, why did you even do it? So I'm hoping for the best. I'm probably not going to watch it, but here's to hoping that it's something that's better than we expected. But I doubt it.
Okay, that's a zero, two zeros, two X's, two hell no's. Larry,
let's see where Larry's
I don't know, man. Come through. You gonna split the decision, man?
I'm gonna split the difference, and I'm gonna say that I think that on one end, like Tyra said, sometimes these things just need to be left alone.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you get surprised. Like I thought they should have left Fresh Prince of Bel-Air alone, but then I was pleasantly surprised. I think that was one of the better shows of this year so far. And so it could turn out to be fantastic. It could turn out to be complete trash. I don't know. But I think that I also agree with Tyra that sometimes you just need to go and do your own thing and make something completely new. And I'll be honest with you, I think that the marketplace right now is missing some of those old school raunchy comedies, like the Porky's, the Animal House, the what's that, like My Tutor? What's the one that had Tom Cruise sliding across the floor in his socks? And
Risky Business.
Yeah. We're missing that, and I feel like there's a place for that in the market, and you could do that, and with the sort of a house party thing. So.
I got you. Okay.
I want to see something like that.
So you give it a green light. You give it a green light.
I'm gonna give it a yellow light. I'm gonna approach with caution.
Okay. Go ahead, Elliot.
No, I was going to say I'm right with Tyra in regard. This was a film that I grew up with. Like I grew up in the 90s, and House Party 1, 2, and 3. I actually like all three of them. 1 is still my favorite, but as she said, the rest of those sequels, 4, 5, and when they got like the dudes from like I don't remember his name. Was it not Amarion? What's his cousin's name when they did like the 4th and 5th one? I don't know.
Marcus Houston.
Thank you. So those were trash. But to me, this is like, and this is how much I love this franchise. This is like if they remake, which they probably will in 20 years, Back to the Future, which I just think is just certain things that you just don't touch. And Kid and Play to me is just one of those type of characters that I just feel like are untouchable. But here we are, HBO Max, which it is interesting. It is going to HBO Max versus theaters, so it does. Maybe I don't know if that speaks to the quality of the film, but
this movie scarred me the first time I saw it. To be honest with you guys,
the first House Party,
it was the fight in the kitchen. When he held him up, and I was really sheltered coming up and just stayed away from violence, and I was in a predominantly private Christian schools at a young age. So just to see somebody being held in this air and being punched and thrashed, like, oh my God, where are the parents? Where are the teachers? And I've only seen I've seen the first one all the way through a billion times, but the sequels I've never seen. I think I've seen House Party 2 one time all the way through, but for the most part I've just seen patches of all the sequels.
You ain't seen Class Act. You sleep, B. Wake up.
I guess I gotta wake up. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a little bit more enthusiastic than Larry. He gives it a yellow light. I'm gonna give it the green light solely because lately the reboot game has been strong. I was very surprised by Bel-Air. I was like Tyra for this times 10 for Bel-Air. Like, what the hell are they doing? And I was like, y'all, this Bel-Air is pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? So that is the only reason I am giving this a shot. I mean, the creators don't excite me, but they didn't excite me for Bel-Air as well. Larry, was you about to say something else?
Yeah, I'll tell you, there's 2 shows. Either one of them I would love to see remade. Tyra's probably gonna hate me for both of these, but I would love to see them either remake Living Single or Girlfriends. And I'll tell you why, because I feel like in the past year or so they've tried to do something similar when they came out with Harlem and Run the World, and they made 2 shows with women that you just don't like. Like, I didn't like them as people. I was like, they are completely unlikable. They're all beautiful, they're all accomplished, but they were completely unlikable as human beings. And Living Single and Girlfriends, you liked all of them. Either you wanted to actually be with them or you wanted to be friends with them, because they were all very, very likable people. And I would love to see them do a remake of one of those 2 shows.
Ty, did you see those? Did you see those new shows, Tara? Harlem and the other one. What was the other one?
Yes, I discussed Harlem. I did not discuss Run the World because it was like Harlem all over again. I did not really enjoy. They were missing a lot of elements. No, they're not of the caliber of a Girlfriends or Living Single. But the idea is to keep going until we get that. And the time have changed so much. Like, you can get, it's nice to, I want to see something where we get different variations of women in different neighborhoods. You know, every single fucking Girlfriends group is not growing up in Los Angeles, California, in New York City. There are a billion other places to have a group of friends. So no, do not reboot that. Leave Girlfriends alone. I'm still watching Girlfriends and Living Single like it just came out. No, Larry.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what would be interesting show is to take like a group of 4 or 5 women in the military, because there's all kinds of issues in there that you can touch on that would be very, very poignant to like today. You can talk about politics. You can talk about stuff dealing with women and sexual assault, women in male dominated fields. You can have all kinds of comic stuff with women just manipulating men to do whatever they want them to do because they're surrounded by them. I mean, there's just so much there that you could do if you had a comedy like with 4 or 5 women, and they can solve that problem like Tyra was saying, but you don't have to have 4 or 5 girlfriends all from LA or New York, because in the military your people are going to be from everywhere. You may have somebody from Boise, somebody from Minnesota, somebody from New Mexico, wherever. You just get this group of people that you wouldn't think would ever be together and hang out, but because maybe they're like the only ones that amongst this mix of guys, they're the only girls. Maybe that's what puts them together, and then they bond. I need to write that. Where's my notebook?
Yeah, man. Girlfriends was good.
Great show.
Yeah, that was a great show. I loved it. Why was it canceled, or was it?
I think it just ran its course.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's a writer's block with the CW.
Yeah, it was some controversy with Living Single and Friends, though. I forgot all the details. But Living Single was a great show, man.
Yeah.
It was a
Living Single came out first. Friends copied it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what they need to bring back. Bring back the great theme songs.
Yeah.
I miss a great theme song.
We are living single in this kind of world. I'm glad I got my girl. Keep your head up, boy. Keep your head up. That's right.
Bro, where are the theme songs?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I used to have the dance memorized, but if you y'all let us know what you think in the comment section. If you're down with this house party reboot, if you will be watching it on HBO Max, everybody here is gonna watch the film. Even Tyra, I'm pretty sure she's gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying?
Wait for that review.
She's gonna come back. It wasn't as bad as I thought, guys. You know. Struggle abused over here.
They could remake Sanford and Son. That would be dope.
Hey,
they could have a father and son running like a pawn shop. That would be fun.
Hey,
no, Larry.
I don't know. But if you do want to read this article, it is in the description box for you to read at your own leisure. And also, if you're watching via live or the replay, please let us know what you think in the chat. We would all love to hear your thoughts. And so, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is going to wrap it up for the Movie News Roundup show number 60.